So one of my favorite television programs is this cartoon show called King of the Hill. Sadly, Netflix took it off, so I haven't been able to watch it in a while. Don't have TV, so I can't watch it on Adult Swim. But that's neither here nor there. There was an episode where young Bobby Hill, the son, he had gout. And this also occurred at the same time his father, Hank, wanted him to play sports or do something after school or something like that. So Bobby lies to his father and he tells his dad that he's playing sports and he's having a blast. Next thing you know, Bobby's eating all this deli food and he goes and gets the gout. Hank, the father, gets so excited, he takes him to the doctor and he says, "Doc, what does he have? Turf toe? What's the diagnosis?" Play through the pain is an acceptable diagnosis. Hank tells the doctor that it's okay for his son to play through the pain. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I actually got an email recently, somebody saying they had a herniated disc and they can't work out to their fullest expectations. And I said, that's okay. You have to focus on what you can do. So I actually made a list, which I will retrieve right now. Fuck my existence. Okay. So that list, number one, if you can help it, don't do what hurts. If you're at the gym, it's Monday night, chances are you're probably bench pressing if you're like everybody else in America. And if you're bench pressing and then your titty starts to hurt, you probably don't want to keep on bench pressing. You'll probably want to stop bench pressing. Moreover, until that heals, you probably don't want to bench press again, even if it is really light, since that motion put you into pain. It might not help you with it. Second on the list, stop your exercise when it gets difficult. My mentors taught me something called the elements of effort. They didn't really teach it to me, but they explained it to me. We're born with the elements of effort, and I will link to them in the description. Short answer, the elements of effort are those things that tell you you're approaching your limits. The first one being your speed slowing down. The others being your tension increasing, your position changing, which means you start deteriorating form, failure, damage, pain, and lastly death. So yeah, you want to avoid those because you're reaching your limits, and the likelihood of fucking your shit up is increased when you start doing that. So if you're already injured and you're having trouble with your workouts, you don't want to do something that's going to put you in a potentially worse situation. So avoid the elements of effort. Third on the list, don't be too ideological and think that you have to bench press on Mondays if that's what you want to do. Because obviously, if you can't bench press on Mondays because you're hurt, and you do it anyway, you're putting yourself at risk. So figure out something else to do. Like we said in number one, focus on what you can do. So if you can't bench press, but you can do pull-ups, even if it is Monday night, do pull-ups. If you can do lunges and they don't hurt you, do them. Start from there. Focus on what you can do and not the fact that you can't bench press, which causes you to miss Monday night at the gym and then subsequently every day because you're upset because you can't go and bench press or whatever it is. That's just the general. The injury could be anything. Focus on what you can do and you'll be good to go. And lastly, know that you will heal. I've herniated a disc on a level of 1 to suicide. I was pretty high up towards the suicide level. You see that I'm still here today because with the help of my mentors that I mentioned, that I will link earlier in the description, along with myself, we figured out how to fix it. And by focusing on what you can do as opposed to what you're limited in, you'll be able to fix yours too. Hope that helps.